Mr. Chairman, directly. Comsec, please administer the oath to Mr. Jimmy Guban.
Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth in this congressional inquiry, so help you God? Thank you.
Thank you, Comsec. I believe the members have already been given a copy of the affidavit of Mr. Guban, and we will proceed with the questioning.
Mr. Chair, before we ask some questions, can we allow him to deliver his and explain about the I think the affidavit that I have right now is not yet notarized, but it was it has a signature of Mr. Jimmy Guban. But if I will check the whole 4 pages, hindi pa po siya notarized. So can we ask if we can swear on the truthfulness of these letters that you have sent to this Quadcom?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. Magandang hapon po. Hindi po ako makapagpanotarize yan kasi nasa loob po ako ng Bureau of Correction. Pag notarize po, I have to be present. I'm sure si Madam is a lawyer. Kailangan po pag notaryo, present po ako na manunumpa.
Yes, tama, Mr. Congressman Fernandez. Dito na lang sa harapan ng committee ito ay susumpaan mo na iyong sinulat dito sa inyong affidavit na inyong pinirmahan ay ang katotohanan at pawang katotohanan lamang.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, maraming salamat, Mr. Guban. Now, siguro, let us proceed. Bago tayo magtanong tungkol sa kanyang affidavit, siguro, baka pwede bang malaman yung personal circumstances mo? Kung sino ka, ano ang iyong trabaho, at bakit ka nakakulong?
Maraming salamat po mga kagalang-galang na kongresista, the Honorable Chairman of this committee. Bago po sana ako mag-introduce, mas gusto ko po sanang basahin muna ang letter ko po sa inyo para mas malinaw kung ano po ang intention ko dito at kung tama po ang hinihiling ko sa inyo.
Yan
At
bang,
least the last part, Your Honor.
ang iyong babasahin ang buong kabuuan ng iyong affidavit?
Your Honor, I may request that my case be investigated of this Quadcom committee. To Honorable Ace Barbers, Congressman Bimbineda Abante, Honorable Congressman Paduano, and Congressman Dan Fernandez, as I am asking Your Honor, at least siguro kahit ito yung last 3 paragraph, with the forum which this Quadcom will provide, I wish to express my intent to be part of the investigation. And I undertake to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, to shed light on the proliferation of illegal drugs. Should you consider me as one of your resource person, may I respectfully request that I be given immunity from prosecution and placed within the jurisdiction of the House of Representatives or the Witness Protection Program, considering that my testimonies will cause serious and imminent danger to my life and are self-incriminatory. For your consideration and perusal, of course, Your Honor, I attach herewith copies of my sworn statement containing my proposed testimonies and judicial affidavit containing my retraction of my previous testimonies during the Senate, my testimony in the court, more particularly my statement that Colonel Asierto has personal knowledge of the importation of 2 magnetic letters containing shabu and confiscated in Manila International Container Port on August 7, 2018. Your Honor, again, magandang hapon po. Sa hearing po namin sa Korte, RTC Branch 35 sa Manila, binago ko na po yung statement ko doon. Nang ngayon ko din po may lalabas kung bakit ko tinuro si Colonel Asierto para mag-disguise ako. Pero mas mabuti po na ikwento ko ng sunod-sunod para po malaman ng ating mga kalanggalang na kongresista at mga namumuno po sa bawat committee. Dahil ako po ay ngayon pong August 7 is my 6 years nung mahuli po yung magnetic lifter sa custom. September, I think, kung di po ako nagkakamali, was my 6 years when I was cited in contempt in the Senate. Kaya pag binilang ko po, halos 6 years na po akong pinahihirapan sa kulungan. Hindi ko po mailabas ng todo ang aking hinaing. Dahil sa Senado pa lang, pagkahuli namin ng magnetic lifter sa customs, pagdating ko sa Senado, tinutukan na ako ni Poncio Pilato. Yan po ang totoo. Nahuli po namin ang magnetic lifter with Shabu sa Manila Container Port together with PDEA. Then, kasama ko po si Colonel Pajardo, Director of the NCR PDEA. Kasama pa rin po namin si Colonel Asierto. Kami po ang nagbuo nito para mabuo ang malahat at maayos at mahuli ang illegal na droga dahil yun po sa utos din sa akin ng Director ng CIS where I belong. Ako nga po pala si Jimmy Guban, Intelligence Officer ng Bureau of Customs before. Then I was also designated as the Chief OIC of the CIS Port of Manila. Ako ngayon ay si PDL Jimmy Guban with prison number 8223 P5046. Masama po pala manghuli ng illegal na droga sa loob ng Bureau of Customs. Sumunod lang po ako sa utos ng pamunuan. Dahil noon po ay katatapos lang natanggalin ang pinuno ng Bureau of Customs. Pinalitan na galing sa PDEA na ang pangalan ay si Commissioner Isidro Lapiña. During that time, Your Honor, operatiba na po ako. Organic po akong operatiba ng Customs Intelligence and Investigation Service. That is 17 years. Marami pong inuutos sa akin, marami pong reports na nare-receive namin na still nandoon ang mga tao ng first family at pati sila ay nag-i-impluensya. During their first few months, Your Honor, malami na pong nawawalang containers. Sa Port of Manila, sa Taguluan, MICP, missing. Even in our intelligence report, we received already about 7 to 10 containers loaded with shabu. Isa ho itong magnetic lifter na isiswing nila na hinabol namin, inayos ko because I was then chef. May aksix na ho ako sa E2M. Nakuha po namin, positibo, nag-joint press release ang BOC Commissioner at DG ng PDEA sa loob ng Bureau of Customs. It was a good accomplishment. Your Honors, pagdating ho sa Blue Ribbon Committee, nagbago. The night before the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, may tumawag sa akin, hindi ko kilala, nag-ring ang cellphone. Another ring, may kasunod na text, nagpakilalang si Dis Mangawang. Dis Mangawang is our collector, deputy collector during that time sa Port of Manila. Nagpakilala siya kaya sinagot ko, pero hindi ko kami yan magkaibigan as an employee of the Bureau. Sinabi niya na tumatawag sa iyo si Paring Bini. Kausapin mo. Si Paring Bini. I am referring to Mr. Bini Antiporda. Kausapin mo kung ano pa magagawa sa kargamento. Sinagot ko kagad siya. Madam, sorry. Trabaho, huli na yan. Accomplishment yan. Your Honors, pagdating po sa Senado, sa Blue Ribbon Committee, nag-hearing, after the hearing, sinight kagad ako, I was cited in contempt. Dinala ho kagad ako doon sa kwarto. Gusto ko hong magpahinga. Tiningnan ko kung anong pwede kong magawa. Dahil mali pala ang magtrabaho ng tama. May sumunod po sa akin na kumatok. Sabi ko siguro ko may tutulong sa akin. Nagpakilalang, tiga Blue Ribbon to. Buksan mo pinto, babae. Sana po makuha natin ang CCTV. Nakita ko po staff ng Blue Ribbon. May sumunod po sa kanyang pumasok, diretso sa kwarto ko. Tuloy-tuloy po akong dinodoro. Jimmy, pag binanggit mo ang pangalan na to, pag binanggit mo to, mamamatay ka. Lalo na kung makarating ka sa Pasay City Jail. Di tatagal ang buhay mo. The worst, Your Honor, sinabay niya pa pati anak ko. Alam namin kung nasaan yung anak mo sa Makati. Madali kidnapin yan. Your Honors, alam niyo po ba kung sino yung mga tao na ayaw niyang ipabanggit? Na halos doon pa lang gusto na ako sipain, bugbugin. Si Pulong, si Mans, si Michael Yang, at ang sabi niya pa, mga kaibigan niya ni Benny, Antiporda, magkakasama yan, hindi mo ba iisang pamilya yan? Palagi yan sa Malacanang. Official pa yan ng National Press Club. Si Michael Yang, doon ko lang din nga po nalaman. Your Honors, halos hindi ko humatansya na ang intelligence report namin ay doon palang validated na may mga trabaho si Michael Yang at ang kanyang kaibigan ng illegal na droga. Halos, sabi ko, Diyos ko, akala ko trabaho lang to. Your Honor, doon pa ako nag-isip. Nanalangin, at sinabi ko sa sarili ko, para safety ako. At alam kong kaibigan ko naman si Colonel Asierto at malapit sa intelligence report namin, siya na lang ang dinisguise kong importer ng magnetic lefter loaded with shabu. Your Honor, before the time nung ma-apprehend namin yung container, may kasama akong si Hernan Abarrio. By the way, Your Honor, ang may-ari niya na Bicaba Trading, ang consignee na yan, ang may-ari ay tiga Calapan, Oriental, Mindoro. Meron akong kasama na tiga Oriental, Mindoro. Magkasabay, nalaman ko kagad kung sino si Mr. Bicaba Trading, Bidasto Cabral Barakil. Dahil si Hernan Abarrio ay tiga roon, na-check niya kagad kung sino si Bidasto Cabral Barakil. Ang pamilya ay nandun lang ang pamilya ni Hernan ay tiga roon sa Calapan City. Si Mr. Barakil ay nagtatrabaho lang bilang traffic enforcer sa Calapan City. Bago ko yan binigay sa PDEA. Inalam at kinausap ni Agent Hernan Abarrio. Umuwi, kinausap, tinawag. Pare, paki-confirm mo na lang kung meron parating or what. Alam nyo, yung tatlong tao, normal na normal. Parang walang nangyayari sa kanila. At yung isang inchik, 2 or 3, sabi sa akin, pare, yung inchik nga, hindi takot eh. Sabi ko, bakit? Sabi niya, Michael Yang yan eh. Michael Yang yan, and Mans, Pulong, kami hingi na lang ng tulong sa inyo, tulong yan. Wala pong kakwinta, parang hindi po parang normal na normal lang. Na yung importation ay kay Mr. Bidas, ang consignee ay Bicaba Trading. Your Honor, yun pong tatlong yun, nakuha po yun ng PDEA. Invited by the PDEA or arrested. It was only presented once sa Senate. Umamin sa Senate na kanya yung kargamento, gamit. Pinakiusapan siya ni Mr. Ponichin. I'm sorry, Your Honor, wala pa akong copy. Nagaling po talaga ako sa Bucor. Nandun po yan, nababasa po yan natin, mababasa at mababasa natin yan. And I can bring that document here. Napakalinaw ng tanong ng chairman ng Magic Blue Ribbon Committee, ng Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. Your Honor, inamin, may ebidensya, yung tatlo lang muna. Bakit nila winala hanggang ngayon? 6 na time po ako nagsasuffer sa kulungan. Ang tokha nga, double barrel, kunti lang na droga, kulong kagad, patay kagad. Nasaan itong tatlo? Si Mr. Bidasto Cabral Barakil, Lagrimas Katipan, Emily Lukigan, ang alam ko yung inchik, pinakawalan din nila. Ano ang meron? At bakit po ako ang dinidikdik hanggang sa Bucor? Nakarating ako na nanghuli lang po ako ng illegal na droga. Wala akong nawala kahit katiting. Inorderan po ng judge na sunugin, sinunog. Nandoon po ang testimonya ng mga pidiya. Kasama kong pidiya sa aking opisina sa Bureau of Customs. Kami po ang nanghuli. Ano po ang partikular na batas ang ibabiolate ko? Conspiracy to import? Or yun ang grand conspiracy na linisin ang pangalan ng First Family at si Michael Yang para pagsalitain pa ako at papirmahin na ang kasama doon sa importation na isang politiko na kalaban nila na hindi ako pumayag. Dahil sabi ko walang alam yan. Hanggang ngayon po, malinaw. Basahin ko man po ang testimonya ko hanggang ngayon. Magaling pa siguro po ang kunti kong memory card. Hindi ko po makakalimutan kung papaano ko sinakripisyohan yan. Ako ho, ikinulong. Buti na lang may Diyos. Pagdating po sa kulungan, may mga tumutulong sa akin. May mga lumalapit ho. Natistigo kung sino si Michael Yang, paano nasunog ang Bureau of Customs, paano pinatay ang empleyado ng mga taga-customs. Bakit ang daming releases during the time ng mga containers na nawawala hanggang ngayon hindi iniimbestigahan? Napakasakit po mga kalagalang-galang na kongresista at sa iba pong mga resource speaker dito. Andito po ako, I am seeking for truth and justice. Nothing less, nothing more. Thank you, Your Honor. Mayroon pa, pero mamaya naman, baka tumas to, BP ko.
Salamat, Mr. Guban. Uminom ka muna ng tubig at bago ka namin... Alam mo, Mr. Guban, ang iyong affidavit ay maaari naming tanungin nang sa ganon, kung ito talaga ay ikaw ang gumawa at kung ito talaga ang katotohanan, lalabas naman po yan sa inyong mga sagot.
Yes, Your Honor.
Pwede bang malaman na Jimmy, kung ano ang posisyon mo sa Bureau of Customs?
Ako po ay isang Intelligence Officer 1, as yun po yung item ko. But during the time, I was designated as the OIC Chief of the CIS, Customs Intelligence and Investigation Service, Port of Manila.
Ilang taon kang operatiba sa intelligence sa Bureau of Customs?
I was with the Bureau, Your Honor, for 17 years. Hindi po ako umaalis as intelligence operator, intelligence operative.
Pwede bang masabi mo sa committee ito, ano ang rason bakit ka nakakulong?
Your Honor, ang ganda ng intensyon ko po dahil sa utos galing sa taas ng bagong administrasyon ng Bureau of Customs, hinuli lang po namin ang magnetic lifter na may lawang shabu. At yun ngayon ang ikinaso sa akin, conspiracy to import ng illegal na droga. At ako po ay dinalhan or nagpresenta sila ng halos 40 o 43 witnesses, kaya 4 na taon po ang proseso namin sa korte. Then kasama po yung TSN, 4 na taon po akong nagsuffer ng kulong habang nag-hearing sa Manila Regional Trial Court.
Pwede bang malaman kung ikaw ang gumawa nitong affidavit na ito? At kung ito ba ay iyong pirma? Pwede bang paki-confirm mo?
Yes, Your Honor. With the assistance, meron ako. Yes, Your Honor.
Basahin mo muna, Mr. Jimmy Guban. Let it be known that by the members of this committee that what you have right now is the actual statement that you were mentioning a while ago. Baka tingnan mo mabuti. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Your Honor, nahalos nasabi ko na to, pero if necessary, babasahin ko po para po sa kaliwanagan.
Siguro, tatanungin ka namin dun sa mga sinulat mo para makita natin kung ikaw ba talaga ang gumawa at ikaw ay nagsasabi ng katotohanan.
Yes, Your Honor. With the help of my lawyer, gawa po namin to. Kaya lang po, sabi ko nga, nagkikwento ako, nasa loob po ako ng National Bilibid Prison. Hindi po fresh ang mind ko, pero halos ito na rin po yun. If I may, Your Honor, if I may proceed to read.
Sige, make it very short, Jimmy.
Pwede mo ba number 3 na? Number 2. In the early part of 2017, during my meeting with a certain alias Henry, a Chinese national known importing of various goods in Bureau of Customs, he introduced to me Councilor Nelo Abellira, known as Small Boy. In the said meeting, Small told me that he is the business partner and trusted man of Michael Yang, Pulong Duterte, the son of then President Rodrigo Duterte, and Attorney Mans Carpio, the husband of then Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte. In that, as their business partner and trusted man, he was tasked to facilitate the release of shipment from the Bureau of Customs, which according to him were usually pants and clothes, agricultural products such as sugar, rice, and vegetables, among others. Councilor Small Abellira requested me not to be strict with their shipment after the meeting. Councilor Small always talked to me over the phone and sought my help in the release of their shipment, to which I acceded. In the meantime, our office received reports from our confidential informants, usually bodegueros and painantes of the shipment facilitated by Councilor Small Abellira, that illegal drugs were mixed up with said shipment. As an offshoot of said intelligence report, Director Adzar Albani of CIS Bureau of Customs issued to me a memorandum dated March 2018, re-importation of illegal drugs, monitoring, profiling, recording of imported goods. On account of our intelligence work, various shipments were alerted in various occasions. Small requested me, luwagan mo yung mga shipment na yan. Alam mo naman na kila Michael yan, Pulong at Mans. Said container shipment were reported missing while on hold and alert status in POM, MICP, yun po yung nabanggit ko kanina, pati po Taguluan, as well as other international ports in the country, prompting the House of Representatives to invite Custom Commissioner Lapina and to shed light thereon. Between the months of May and June 2018, Colonel Jojo Asierto shared to me an additional intelligence report about shipment of illegal drugs at the Bureau of Customs. In that through profiling, backtracking, and tracing of documents, we were able to find out overstaying cargoes, one of which was the Bicaba trading shipment. Upon discovery thereof, I instructed my staff to verify if an importer consignee named Bicaba Trading is duly accredited with the Bureau of Customs Accreditation and Monitoring Office. After verification of Bureau of Customs Accreditation and Monitoring Office, it was found out that Bicaba Trading was not an accredited importer or consignee by the Bureau of Customs. Based on the information gathered by our office, Bicaba Trading is owned by certain Vidasto Cabral Baraquel Jr., his live-in partner Maria Lagrimas Katipan, who are business dummies of businessman importer Pony Chen, and his former wife Emily Lakigan, who are resident of Calapan, Mindoro. I ordered my subordinate Aito Fernan A. Abarrio to proceed to Calapan, Mindoro and validate said information. While in Mindoro, Aito Abarrio was able to meet Vidasto Cabral Baraquel Jr., Maria Lagrimas Katipan, Pony Chen, and Emily Lakigan. During said meeting, Abarrio called me and asked me to talk to them by phone. During our conversation, Pony Chen asked me to help release said shipment and said vernacular, "Wag ikaw matapot kasi sila Mans Carpio, Pulong Duterte at Michael Yang ang may-ari ng shipment." When it became certain that the shipment of Bicaba Trading was located in the MICP, I reported to General Quinto this fact so that he should request Commissioner Lapina for the issuance of hold and alert order. That request was approved by then Commissioner Lapina. On August 7, 2018, when we arrived at the MICP, the container was ready at the designated examination area, ready for its opening. After the container was opened, 2 magnetic reflectors were found inside container. In the presence of PDEA headed by Regional Director Pajardo and BOC official including General Quinto, MICP District Collector Attorney Bakiran, MICP BOC personnel, the magnetic lifters were forklifted and taken out from the container. It took some time, however, to open the magnetic lifters, so I have to go back to Colonel Acerto to inform him about the difficulty in opening them. After a while, Colonel Acerto called me back and gave the instruction that details of which I also relayed to the PDEA agents in order for us to open these magnetic lifters. In the afternoon of August 2018, Colonel Acerto arrived at MICP and conferred with Director General Aquino and Commissioner La Piña. After their meeting, I met them at the warehouse where the magnetic lifters were opened. They congratulated each other for the accomplishment before presenting themselves to the media. Thereafter, the proper inventory and disposition of these drugs were undertaken. During the Committee on Accountability of Public Officers and Investigation, Blue Ribbon, hearing on PS Resolution number 425 to conduct an inquiry in aid of legislation into the 6.4 billion worth of shabu shipment from China on the possible malfeasance, misfeasance, and non-feasance of Bureau of Customs officials. Employees, Senator Richard Gordon, PS Resolution number 843, directing the appropriate Senate Committee to conduct an inquiry in aid of legislation into the alleged shipment of 6.8 billion worth of shabu smuggled into the country and the possible lack of coordination among the Bureau of Customs, the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, and the Philippine National Police by Senator Emmanuel D. Pacquiao in PS Resolution number 849 to conduct an investigation in aid of legislation on how a shabu shipment worth 6.8 billion managed to enter the country through the Manila International Container Port and is slipped through the inspection of Bureau of Customs by Senator Trillanes, Sontiveros, Drilon, Aquino, and De Lima on September 11, 2018, in which I was invited as a resource person. I was cited in contempt, notwithstanding the fact that I truthfully answered the questions propounded on me by Senator Gordon, then chairman of Blue Ribbon Committee. While I was detained at the Senate, immediate personnel who introduced himself as Paul Gutierrez, who worked as staff of Bini Antiporda, accompanied by Blue Ribbon Committee staff, came to my room at the Senate while I was detained and threatened me. Huwag mong banggitin ang mga pangalan nila Pulong, Yang at Mans. Alam namin kung saan nakatira ang pamilya mo. Alam din namin na nasa Makati ang anak mong lalaki. After a couple of days, Senator Gordon talked to me in an executive session and advised me to tell the whole truth during the hearing. Otherwise, I will continue to languish in the Senate for a long time. Acceding to his advice, I told him all that I know about the illegal drugs being imported to the country through the Bureau of Customs. However, due to the threats of Paul Gutierrez, I never confided to him that Mans Carpio are involved in illegal drugs importation at various ports of the Bureau of Customs, more particularly the illegal drugs found and seized at MICP. The night before the Senate hearing, my cell phone rang for 3 times but I intentionally failed to answer said calls. After several calls which I again did not pick up, I received a text message introducing herself as Miss Mangawang of the Bureau of Customs. When my cell phone rang again, I answered the call and the one who called was Miss Mangawang and she asked about the Bicaba trading shipment. She asked me anong magagawa dyan sa shipment na yan. Kinaparing Bini Antiporda yan. I replied her, wala na akong magagawa, huli na yan. For fear that my son and other members of my family will be killed, including myself, I testified during the hearing on October 30, 2018, and instead of naming Pulong Duterte, Mans Carpio and Michael Yang as the owners of the shipment, based on the intelligence reports we gathered, I pointed to Colonel Acerto as the one who has knowledge that the shipment consigned to Bicaba trading contains illegal drugs. I recanted my said statement against Acerto through my judicial affidavit, which I executed and submitted during the criminal case number R-MNL-19-03-472CR for violation of Article 2, Section 4 in relation to 28 and 31 of Republic Act number 9165, of which I was convicted and adjudged guilty as charged and was sentenced to suffer the penalty of life imprisonment into PE fine of 500,000 pesos. After promulgation of the decision in the aforesaid case, I filed a notice of appeal with the Court of Appeals which is docketed as CA-GR CRHC-19146. That's all, Your Honor.
Okay, salamat Jimmy. Congressman Fernandez.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, ano lang briefly, medyo mabigat yung mga tinuran mo, Jimmy Guban, no? I just wanted to make it clear, no? Meron lang akong liliwanagin, kapraso lang to. Kasi nabanggit mo yung nagkaroon ka ng recantation. Kumbaga, binawi mo yung mga sinabi mo na sa Senado couple of years ago that si Asierto ang nag-import ng mga shipment doon sa custom.
Apo, yes,
At yun ay binabawi mo. Ang tanong ko sa iyo, kailan mo siya binawi?
During my testimony at the court, at the Regional Trial Court of Manila.
When was this?
Your Honor, I think that was only last year. I think
What month?
October. I was brought in Bureau of Correction by November.
Okay.
October, I think.
October 2023.
Before, Your Honor, yung part na po yan, hindi ko pa po nababasa. Yun lang po yung months na yan, pababa.
Kasi, Mr. Chairman, I want to make it clear that yung recantation niya nangyari noong 2023. And
Yes, Your Honor.
the reason why you recanted is why? Because
I want to tell truth already, Your Honor, at the RTC, that Colonel Asierto is not really the importer of the Shabu.
and not because that you have watched that we have created a Quadcom committee, that's the reason you recanted.
No, Your Honor, I was in jail during that time.
Kasi I don't want to make it seem that because of this Quad committee that we created, nagkaroon po siya ng recantation. And I don't want that to be perceived by the people and by us that you have manifested that statement that you have mentioned a while ago because you have recanted a year ago.
Yes, hindi ko pa po alam yung committee, Your Honor. Talagang totoo lang yung sinabi ko doon sa korte.
Kasi
Hindi ko pa alam
Mr.
yung
Jimmy
committee.
Guban, syempre natatakot din ang members ng committee na to because you have recanted, no? Kumbaga, binago mo yung statement mo eh. And how can we be assured that you will not be changing your statement again? Diba? Kaya, syempre, kanina medyo nagulantang ako dahil ang dami mo rin nabanggit ng mga pangalan. Nabanggit mo sila Peña, si Tess Mangawon, Benit Aptiporda, Paul Gutierrez, Konsehal Abelara, si Pulong, si Michael Yang, si Hans, si Mans. So I was trying to jot it down eh. Eh napuno na itong aking sinusulatan and I'm really confused, no? But of course, this is the statement that you have taken your oath.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, sino nagpakilala sa kay ano? What's the name of the guy that...
Small boy, a certain Henry, also a businessman in the bureau. Then, kaibigan din.
Can you kindly tell us, ano ba siya? Half Filipino, Chinese, or what?
I think he was a half Chinese Filipino, also engaged in parang facilitation, financing sa customs.
Siya
ng mga
nagpakilala sa iyo kay Konsehal.
Kay small boy.
So, hanggang ngayon, meron kayong communication itong si Henry.
Your Honor, wala akong communication, nakakulong ako. And hopefully, nandito pa siya sa Pilipinas.
Anong ipilido ng Henry?
Your Honor, yun hang, ano ko yun, pag once ma-refresh ako, makukuha ko po yun.
Kanina na sinasabi mo rin yung, narinig ko yung pangalan ni Paul Gutierrez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nung binabanggit mo na pumasok siya doon sa custody center ng Senado.
Apo.
So, sino kasama niya doon?
Yung babaeng empleyada ng Blue Ribbon Committee, nakita ko rin yung ID niya, Senate. Then nagpakilala siya as staff ng Blue Ribbon. Kaya nga binuksan ko yung pinto. Then pagpasok niya, pumasok din si Paul Gutierrez. Nagpakilala siya. Then doon ako nilambas lahat ng mga salita niya.
Tanda mo yung staff ng Senado?
Your Honor, tanda ko sa muka. Pero alam ko may CCTV po doon sa baba dahil parking lang yun eh. Covered yun ng CCTV. If ever, Your Honor, may makita pong CCTV, nandoon lang po yun. Kasi sa tabi lang ng parking ang kwarto ng mga kinokontempt eh.
So, nung tinuro mo, kasi sinasabi mo ngayon na walang kinalaman si Asierto. So ngayon, nung kinausap ka ni Paul Gutierrez, iba ang sinabi mo.
Wala
Ano-
akong binanggit
anong
sa kanila, Your Honor. Hindi na pa ako kumibo. Basta't yung pananakot niya, parang tinanggap ko lang lahat. Hindi nag-iisip ako. kung
Paano
paano.
pagkakasabi sa iyo ni Mr. Gutierrez?
Sinabi niya na, Jimmy, magmura pa nga eh. Kung yun gagawin mo, babanggitin mo mga pangalan nito, alam mo naman kung sino yan. Mga magkakaibigan yan, Malacanang yan, press. Doon ko na, doon ko nalaman na si Michael Yang ay officer pala ng National Press Club. Ibig sabihin, matagal na sila magkakilala, magkaibigan, pati si Pulong at si Mans. Doon niya ako tinitrete ng todo na never to mention those names.
I think, Mr. Chair, we have to invite those personalities that our resource person have mentioned to give their side of story. Because ito ay istorya ni Mr. Jimmy Guban, and we have to hear as well the side of the others who have been mentioned in this committee hearing. Siguro later on, I'll be propounding my question again. But for the meantime, medyo madugo lang yung kanyang mga nasabi. Kaya I'm giving some time for the other members to propound their question as well.
Thank you, Chairman Dan Fernandez. Pwede bang mag-clarify ng sa iyong sinabi kanina? Are we going to invite personalities na na-mention ni Jimmy Guban to the next committee hearing of the Quadcom? And if so, pwede bang malaman kung sino-sino ito?
Ang nakikita ko, Mr. Chairman, because he mentioned that he spoken with Henry.
Henry
You have
and
mentioned
Mon-
Henry. Itong Henry, siguro, ano siya? Empleyado ba siya ng custom?
No, broker din. No. Parang kung anong kaibigan din ni Michael Yang.
Pero he is a registered broker sa
Hindi po,
custom.
ano lang yan, parang financer. Ganun po sa customs eh. May financer, may nagko-consolidate ng mga kargamento galing sa China, abroad.
So, Mr. Chairman-
dyan, binibigyan ng brokerage company.
Mr. Chairman, I think yung samahan ng mga brokerage siguro knows this guy. Siguro kilala siya sa brokerage industry.
Mas probably, Your Honor.
So maybe we'll try to find this person. And he mentioned as well dito, kung titignan mo yung kanyang binanggit kanina na sinusulat ko, ay nakausap niya si Paul Gutierrez. Nakausap din niya si nakausap mo ba yung konsihal?
Yes, Your Honor.
So may direct knowledge siya, Mr. Chairman. So let's invite those people who have direct knowledge and information about doon sa, I mean, those personalities that he have spoken with. So katulad ni Consihal Abellera ba yun? Abellera. And Paul Gutierrez. Yung Tess Mangawon?
Mangawang.
Have you talked to her?
Di po kami nag-usap. Kahit po nang nag-hearing na Senado, wala ka mo. Kahit po sa lower house, di po kami nag-uusap.
How about si La Peña? You mentioned La Peña.
We never talk also, except sa mga hearing.
So, I think, Mr. Chairman, yun lang po yung nadinig ko doon sa mga binanggit niya. Hindi ko pa nababasa masyado yung kanyang sinumpaan. But, of course, siguro sa susunod, we can invite others as well.
Your Honor, di also yung humawak po doon sa tatlong tao na nawawala, yung PDEA, bakit nawala? Yung tatlong tao na si Bakiran, si Katipan, yung consignee na nawawala until now. Hawak ko yun ng PDEA.
Consignee ng
Yung Bicaba Trading po, yung taga-Kalapan.
So, the owners of Becaba Trading.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Hawak ng PDEA yun.
Okay, at the proper time, before the committee adjourns this committee hearing today, we will ask the chair of the public order to make a motion with respect to the resource persons that we wish to invite in the subsequent hearings of the Committee on Dangerous Drugs. I'm sorry, the Quadcom, rather. So, mamaya, as we go along dun sa affidavit ni Mr. Guban, I'm sure marami pong katanungan mula sa ating mga kasamahan dito to clarify yung mga sinabi mo rito, Jimmy, no? Pero bagong lahat na yan,
Binanggit niya si Gerald Quinto. And you reported this to General Quinto.
bago ang lahat na yan, gusto lamang natin linawin na ito pong kinasasangkutan ni Mr. Guban ay tungkol dun sa importation ng magnetic lifter noong,
Yes, Your Honor.
noong 2018.
Yes, Your Honor. Today.
Yung 2018 na yun, yan yung nagkaroon ng investigasyon ang parehas, ang House of Representatives at ang Senado. Tama ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so para malinaw lamang po. So, the next member who wish to interpolate is Congressman Chairman Paduano. You're recognized.
Thank you, Chairman. Just two quick questions lang po. Mr. Guban, during your opening statement, you mentioned about first family involved in importation of illegal drugs. Can you categorically state who's that, to be fair to everyone, who's that first family you're referring to?
That is, Your Honor, yung anak, si Man saka si Pulong, through Michael Yang. Dahil si Michael Yang, madaldal yan.
You mentioned kasi first family. Again, I will ask you, who's the first family?
The Duterte family, Your Honor, the son, Pulong, and Mans Carpio.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Next, ito, second question ko lang. You mentioned about the politician that should be linked. You were asked to link that politician. Who is that politician?
Your Honor, are you referring to the Councilor Abellera, politician?
No. You mentioned about a certain politician na pinilit kang i-link but you refuse to link him or her.
Yung mortal enemy ng Duterte,
Sino po?
ex-senator.
Sino? Please, pakiano lang po.
Si ex-senator Trillanes.
Ex-Senator Trillanes.
Yung Ed, yun lang yan. Pagkatapos doon, binaba akong telepono.
Paki-exacto lang po. Who called you?
I'm the one calling, Your Honor. Pagkatawag ko sa NBI, sabi niya, Jim, tahan mo, pakinggan mo yung sasabihin ko sa'yo. Nakakulong na po kasi ako eh. From NBI, nilipat ako sa Manila City Jail. So from Manila City Jail, nakakatawag naman doon. Tinawagan ko yung isang Deputy Director, who is all you familiar with me. Deputy Director for Investigation. Sinabihan niya ako, parang minustra niya pa nga eh. Jim, ganito eh. Pagdating ko doon sa opisina ng Director, alam mo, nakataas yung paa. Inano yung papel mo kasi may sulat din ako kung paano po ako makatutulungan makalabas. So pagdating doon, parang nagkukusay-kusay ba? Ano ba? Yung paa din sinabi niya, dapat ganitong sabihin niya. Sabihin mo sa kanya na pirmahan niya tong report ng NBI. Kasama si ex-senator. Labas siya kagad kahit hindi pa siya nakakapirma. Kukunin niya siya dyan. Kuha mo na dyan sa kulungan. Ngayon pa lang, pakuha mo na.
Again, sino yung NBI na person?
From Director Geran, then to Deputy Director John Vicente de Guzman.
So it's Director John Vicente Discman that
Yes, Your
talked to you directly.
Yes, Your Honor. I called him, Your Honor.
Ikaw ang tumawag.
Opo, Your Honor.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, the last part of this investigation, today's investigation, we will move to invite all those persons that were mentioned by Mr. Jimmy Gampan. In the proper time, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman Paduano. The next to interpolate, Chairman Abante.
Magandang hapon po. Ako lamang nagtataka, no? Sabi nga sa amin dito, napakarami ng binanggit mo, nag-mention ka ng mga pangalan ng mga kilala. Ang tanong ko lang, ba't mo ginagawa ito? Under oath ka, no? Ba't mo ginagawa ito? Hindi ka ba kinakabahan sa buhay mo? Ba't mo ginagawa
Your
ito?
Honor, thank you very much dahil may request po talaga ako ng security bago po ako nagsasalita dito dahil ang kailangan ko po ay katotohanan. With the Almighty God, sabi ko tulungan ako na makuha ko ang tunay na hustisya. Dahil wala sa hustisyang binibigay nila sa akin. At hindi ko po yun makukuha kung hindi ko po isasawalat ang katotohanan. Dahil hindi po mangyayari ang tunay na hustisya sa isang katulad ko na mahirap lang, hindi maimpluwensya. Ang kalaban ko ay napakalaki.
Katotohanan para sa iyong sarili o katotohanan para malaman ng taong bayan ang nangyayari sa ating lipunan?
Katotohanan po para malaman ng taong bayan ang nangyayari sa ating lipunan, lalong-lalo na po sa criminal justice system natin.
So wala ka ng tiwala sa criminal justice system natin?
That is correct, Your Honor. Dahil po dyan, nakulong ako na ang judiciary ay parang may nagdidiktang ibang tao galing sa labas.
Okay. Ganito yan, no? Ikaw ay naging guest ng Blue Ribbon Committee, di ba? Nag-testify ka ron, di ba?
Opo, Your Honor.
Yung bang testimony mo sa Blue Ribbon Committee at yung testimony rito pareho?
Hindi po, Your Honor.
Bakit?
Nandun po ako sa committee.
Ibig sabihin, doon sa Blue Ribbon Committee, nagsinungaling ka, pero dito, totoo sinasabi mo.
Ito po, Your Honor, yung totoo dahil hindi na po ako takot ngayon na lumaban. Wala na akong nakatarak sa dibdib ko.
Sagutin mo ako, sa Blue Ribbon Committee, under oath ka, nagsinungaling ka.
Yes, Your Honor.
Inaamin mo ngayon yan.
Yes, Your Honor.
At under oath ka ngayon, nagsasabi ka ng totoo dito sa aming committee.
Yes, Your Honor. Ito po yung totoo.
Alam nyo kasi, pagka minsan nanonood ang taong bayan Hindi ba?
Opo.
Napakahirap paniwalaan na magsasabi ka ng iba sa Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, ang sabihin mo dito, iba rin ang sinabi mo, at dito, ang binabanggit mo, katotohanan. Paano kami maniniwala sa'yo?
Your Honor, yung katotohanan po ngayon ay inilabas ko dahil tinatakot ako nila during that time. Marami pong nangyayari during that time. Marami pong namamatay. Ngayon po nakita ko po na maganda ang pagserbisyo para sa hustisya ng ating bayan. Kahit po ano po ang gawin ko noon, kahit sino pong siga during that administration, sa dami ng namamatay, kunting salita lang, nawawala sa bayan, sa lipunan. So ngayon po, ang tamang panahon, inantay ko po, Your Honor. Kung mahaba, may kunti pa akong kwento, Your Honor, for about 4 years ko sa kulungan. Yan po, Your Honor, ang sinasabi ko ngayon dahil hindi ko magawa noong araw.
So, Mr. Guba, naniniwala ka na itong committee ito may mga gawa para sa hustisya mo?
Yes, Your Honor, and I am praying for that, Your Honor.
Okay. Under appeal ang kaso mo ngayon. Sapagkat life
Yes, ma'am.
imprisonment ka, di ba? Under appeal ang iyong kaso ngayon.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Okay. Hindi ka ba natatakot bumalik sa kulungan pagkatapos ito?
Your Honor, sana wag na muna doon. Makahanap muna ako habang sa ibang kulungan na safe naman ako. Pero para po sa katotohanan, Your Honor, I have to do this. Para po sa bayan.
Yung basihan ng kaso mo ay tungkol sa Dangerous Drugs Act. Di ba?
Opo, Your Honor.
Bakit? I mean, akala ko ba gusto mong sabihin sa amin yung mga tao na tungkol sa droga? Bakit ang kaso mo tungkol sa dangerous drugs? Ikaw ba nag-i-import ng illegal drugs? Noong panahon na ikaw ay intelligence officer ng customs?
No, Your Honor. Wala pa akong involvement kahit anong importation.
Okay. Pakisabi nga sa amin kung anong pagkakilala mo kay Colonel Asierto. Sino ba ito? Paki-refresh ang memory sa amin ngayon. Ano ang pagkakilala mo kay Colonel Asierto?
Si Colonel Asierto po, Your Honor, during that time is an active PNP officer ng Philippine National Police. He was, pagkakilala ko sa kanya, galing pa sa PAOK TF.
Retired na siya ngayon.
Ngayon po ay retired na.
Anong pagkakilala mo sa kanya?
Well, marami hong huli yan tungkol sa illegal na droga. Marami na hong pinoordinate yan sa Bureau of Customs secretly. Halos top secret pa namin na ginagawa, nahuhuli nila sa labas. So I trust him and I'm sure he trusts me also dahil marami na kaming nahuli sa labas nila pagtungkol sa operasyon ng illegal na droga.
So doon ka sa kanya nagtapat ng buong katotohanan.
Yes, yung magkasama po kami matagal na rin. Magkakilala kami for almost more than 20 years.
Nasaan si Colonel Asierto ngayon?
Mula po nung makulong ako, nakikita ko lang siya sa balita. Hindi ko po alam kung nasaan siya eksakto ngayon.
Itong si Paul Gutierrez na lumapit sa iyo, sabi mo, na ang nagsabi sa'yo, wag mong banggitin ang mga pangalan nila Pulong, Michael Yang at Man. Alam namin kung saan nakatira ang pamilya mo. Alam din namin na nasa Makati ang anak mong lalaki. Sino si Paul Gutierrez?
Your Honor, sa aking pagkakaalam, hindi ko yung personal na kakilala. Yan ay tiga-media, noon pa. Namamasyal yan sa bureau.
Naniniwala ka na ang media pwedeng tumapot sa iyo ng ganito?
Your Honor,
Ang media ba ay nananakot ng ganito?
sa dyaryo, kung manakot, grabe, lalo na po yung personal. At alam ko pong meron silang grupo na nag-iikot ng mga media.
O, mayroong silang grupo.
Yes,
So,
Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, inaamin din po at nagte-testify si Mr. Guban na mayroon pong grupo ang media na katulad ni Paul Gutierrez. Ganun ba yun?
Katulad po na nagsusulat sa dyaryo nila Paul Gutierrez sa tabloid.
Okay. Ano ang pagkakilala mo kay Benny Antiporda? Bakit siya nadamay dito?
Your Honor, hindi ko gaano kilala yan except his name. Bini Antiporda at saka naging National Press Club. Doon ko na lang siya nakilala kay Paul Gutierrez sa mga sinabi niya. Hindi familiar raw sa akin. Ang alam ko lang po sa Bureau of Customs, sa intelligence report namin, namamasyal. Pero ganun lang, wala po akong kilala na ano pa man
Hindi
sa
mo
kanya.
siya kilala masyado.
Hindi po.
Hindi mo alam na siya ay media rin.
Alam ko lang po dahil nasa National Press Club, nababasa ko rin po yan minsan sa news, na he was, I think, became a president of the National Press Club.
Ito pong Miss Mangawang na saan to involve? Ito Miss Mangawang. Siya ba ay kasama sa Becca ba, trading shipment?
No, Your Honor, si Miss Mangawang ay empleyado po, Deputy Collector ng Bureau of Customs.
Empleyado ng
Bureau of Customs.
Bureau of Customs.
Opo.
Ang nasabi niya sa'yo, tinanong ka niya, anong magagawa diyan sa shipment na yan, kinaparing Benny Antiporda yan, I replied to her, wala na akong magagawa, huli na yan. Bakit po nasabi yun?
Opo, dahil talagang nandun na, apprehended na, properly reported na, at alam kong malapit ng buksan. Tapos ng buksan pala.
Ayon sa'yo, pinakilala ka ni Henry, yung Henry. Sino yung Henry?
Si Henry po isang negosyante, Filipino-Chinese businessman na nagkukuha rin ng mga kliyente galing China, galing abroad,
Nakukuha ng?
mga kliyente na nag-i-import, then binibigay niya sa broker niya para makalabas sa Bureau of Customs.
So hindi siya broker ng Bureau of Customs.
Hindi po siya licensed, negosyante lang.
Okay.
Nagpa-facilitate ng transaction.
Pinakilala ka ni Henry kay Nilo Abellera Jr. o mas kilala bilang Small na ang sabi mo ay First District Councilor ng Davao. Tama ho ba yun?
Opo, Your Honor.
Hanggang ngayon ba ay siya ay konsehal?
Your Honor, wala pa akong news. Sa loob po ako ng kulungan, di ko na po alam. Sorry po.
Tungkol saan ang meeting mo noong 2018 kasama si Henry?
In-introduce niya lang po.
Sino-sino kayo? Sino-sino kayo ng meeting na
Kaming
yan?
tatlo lang po. Kaming tatlo lang. Si Henry at saka si Small.
Si Small.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oo. Anong sabi sa iyo ni Small? Ibig sabihin, itong si Small, nabanggit niya ang pangalan ni Michael Yang.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nabanggit niya ang pangalan ni Congressman Pulong Duterte.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nabanggit niya ang pangalan ni Attorney Manscarpio.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ito, kilala ko po itong si Congressman Pulong Duterte. Sino si Attorney Manscarpio?
He is the husband of then Mayor Sara Duterte.
Siya ang asawa
Yes, Your Honor.
ng ating Vice President?
Now, Vice President, Your Honor.
Ha?
Yes, Your Honor.
Nakakasiguro ka?
Yes, Your Honor.
Involved siya?
Yes, Your Honor.
Under oath ka?
Opo, Your Honor.
Guban. Oo. Matindi itong ina-accuse mo sa mga malalaking tao. Naunawaan mo ba ako?
Opo, Your Honor.
So, siya ang naatasan na mag-facilitate ng mga release ng shipment nila sa customs. Sa pagkakaalam mo, Ano po ba ang business nila? Business ni Small, business ni Michael Yang, business ni Congressman Pulong, at business ni Man Scarpio.
Importation po.
Importation,
Yes, Your Honor.
but not necessarily drugs.
Generalized, Your Honor. Pero according to our reports, may palaman na drugs. At yung iba ay may drugs.
Uulitin ko, nabanggit mo dito na mayroong shipment sila Michael Yang, Pulong Duterte, at Atty. Man Scarpio, at trabaho ni Small ang mailabas ito mula sa customs. Kanino nakapangalan ang mga shipments na ito?
Your Honor, marami pong consignees, yung mga missing containers.
Maraming consignees.
Yes, Your Honor, until now, I'm sure.
Yung ibig
nandun na po yun.
sabihin, hindi nakapangalan dun sa tatlong yun.
Your Honor, sila ang parang impluensya. Hindi naman sila naglalakad kung sila ang nag-impluensya, kung sino ang dapat kausapin, sila magsasabi.
So, ibig sabihin, hindi ka nakakasiguro sa testimony ni Small na ang may-ari ng shipment ay yung tatlong nabagit mong pangalan.
Sinasabi niya, Your Honor, na kanya yun dahil nagbibigay ng pera eh.
Paano ka nakakasiguro na sinasabi niya totoo?
Your Honor, nababanggit niya mismo na nagre-remit siya ng pera.
Ano yun?
Nagre-remit siya ng pera
Nagre-remit siya ng pera kanino?
kay Pulong at Mans.
So, Mr. Chair, meron na
Si
naman siya
Abelera.
sinabi ngayon.
Habang
Na dapat
nagkikwentuhan
natin
sila.
malaman na si Small ay hindi lamang tagapag-release ng mga shipments sa customs, pero siya ang nagre-remit ng pera sa tatlong nabanggit. Yun po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pera ng ano? Yung po ba pera sa droga o pera sa mga shipment na iba?
Sa halo na po, pera sa shipment na lumalabas, yung mga nawawalang container, may regular, then kasama na sa...
Pero nakakasiguro ka, yung shipment na yan na dumating na nakita mo, merong shabu.
Your Honor, yan po ang hinuli namin na magnetic lifter na mayroong laman siya book.
Nakita mo.
Ako po, Your Honor, isa sa mga printing officer.
So nakita mo yung shabu.
Yes, Your Honor, together with PDEA.
Ilang toneladang shabu ang nakita?
355 kilos, Your Honor.
55 kilos.
355
Mr.
kilos.
Chair, sinasabi niya muli na hindi niya nasabi kanina na ang laman ng shabu at ang bigat nito at ilan is
55.
355 kilos, Mr. Chair. Medyo mahaba-haba na po yung tanong ko. Ngayon pa lang ko po tatapusin yung tanong ko. At mamaya po, tulad ng sinabi ni Chairman Karap Paduano, we will make a motion to invite all of these names mentioned by Mr. G.B. Gaban to attend our committee hearing. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Nabante. Ako may tanong ako, no. Medyo seryoso itong yung sinabi, no. Sa ginagawang investigation ng Committee on Drugs, palaging lumalabas yung pangalang Michael Yang, no. Sa iyong pagkakaalam, no. Si Michael Yang ba ay involved sa smuggling o importation ng droga?
Your Honor, if I may siguro pagkatapos nito at sa susunod, si Michael Yang is a big time importer ng droga. My source is also from his friends.
Paano mo ba ang
That
source?
is why, Your Honor, isa yan sa magnetic lifter. Even he is distributing drugs in the local market. When I was at the jail, Manila City Jail, one person, pumunta ho sa akin yung nakakulong, galing siya sa labas. At ang bungakala niya ay kilala ko direkta si Michael Yang. Nangumpisalo sa akin yung tao. At sinabi niya kung anong trabaho niya kay Michael Yang. Sa loob na po yan ng kulungan. Hindi ko kakilala. Sinabi niya, Boss, sir, tiga-custom, kaibigan ako ni Michael Yang. So for about 3 months, ang dami niyang sinishare sa akin. Nung malaman na hindi kami direkta na magkakilala ni Michael Yang tumigil, ang dami niya sa akin sinabi.
Siya ba ay
Sino?
nakakulong din sa...
Nakalabas na po.
Siya nakalabas na. Pero
Pero pili
malaman
pong-
kung anong pangalan?
Si Errol, pili pong may mag-corroborate, Your Honor, para may nakakarinig habang siya nagkikwento.
Sige, at the proper time, mamaya, no, bago tayo mag-adjourn.
Yes,
Kasi isa-isahin po natin yung mga iimbitahin natin.
Opo.
Para magkaroon ng linaw itong mga sinasabi mo, Jimmy, no?
Opo, Your Honor.
isang malaking puzzle sa amin, no? Na itong si Michael Yang